Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on lesson content.
Got no place to be, got no place to go. Come hang out with me on the Mr. Flanders Show.
Hello, ladies and gents. Mr. Flanders here, and I need you guys to do me a favor. Okay, I need you guys to relish and appreciate and marvel at my fantastic art skills. Look at how artistic I am. Oh my goodness, those are some fantastic strawberries, am I right? Wait, you guys don't think those are awesome strawberries? That's just rude. Oh my goodness. No, they are poorly drawn strawberries. I am aware of this. And in case you guys are wondering why I have drawn circles as strawberries, well, let me tell you. This is the first half of our problem this morning for Guided Class Practice 117A. And I'm just going to jump right into it, okay? It says, there were 6 children at the party. Mrs. Parsons put 5 strawberries on each child's dish of ice cream. Draw a picture to show the strawberries on the dishes of ice cream. What type of story problem is this? Okay, now, I did not draw the ice cream, and my friends on Google Classroom, you did not get pictures of ice cream either. You only got pictures of strawberries, because I was having a lot of issues putting the pictures in, and on top of that, as you can see, I am a master artist, and I did not want to ruin this picture by drawing 5 or 6 individual plates of ice cream. So I only drew the strawberries, but I did put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, which is what the question asks for. And what I would like you guys to do right now, if you have not started to do so already, is make your own strawberries here. Doing them as circles is fine. If you want to actually draw the strawberries out, that is fine too. But make sure you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? And if you need to pause the video for that, that is fine. We're going to go ahead and keep moving though. And we're going to address this problem right here. It asks, what type of story problem is this? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a multiplication story problem. And I'm going to write multiplication. 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 Wow. Why is this C all the way up there and all my other letters are right down here? Don't ask me, Lord Fancy Pants. I'm with the monkey. Okay, let's keep moving. How many strawberries did Mrs. Parsons use altogether? So all we have to do is really just count the strawberries, okay? And each circle, as I've already said, is a strawberry. So let's start counting together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We know that there are 30 strawberries. There is another way we could have done this as well. Instead of just counting each individual strawberry, we could have counted by 5s, because each group is 5. So if we were going to do that, here's what we could do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's the same answer. So, before I come down here and write the answer, I'm going to write my number sentence. It is going to be 6, because that's how many children were at the party, and that's how many dishes or plates of strawberries I made. 6 times 5 equals 30. Okay? Then, for my answer, I'm going to write 30 strawberries. All right, there we go. 30 strawberries. Go ahead and take a second and get that written down. All right. moving on to number 2. Number 2 says, use the graph to answer the questions. This is our graph right here. Okay? It says, how many children chose winter? Well, here's the word winter. Let's see how many people liked it. Okay? We know we're going from 0 to 2. We're going from 2 to 4. And then we don't go all the way to 6. We go in the middle between 4 and 6. What number would that be? That would be 5. So, we're going to write 5. It says, how many more children chose spring than fall? Well, let's see. We know for spring, there was 2, 4, 6, 8 people who like spring, and only 2, well, it doesn't go all the way to 4, that would be 3. So we've got 8 people who like spring and 3 people who like fall. The easiest way for us to figure this out is turn it into a subtraction problem. Okay? Oh, and I just wrote the answer in the wrong spot. My apologies, guys. That should be a 3. 8 take away 3 would be 5. So 5 more kids liked spring over fall. It says, write one fact about the information on the graph. Okay, well, you can write your own. If you're doing this in Google Classroom, you can type your own as well. But my fact would be that 12 children liked summer the most. So I'm going to write that. 12 children liked summer the most. Okay? And if you want to, you can make that your answer as well. If you want to write a different fact about the graph, that is okay too. But that is my fact. Please feel free to use it if you would like. Let's go ahead and move this sheet up. Okay. Let's look at number 3. Okay. It says circle the letters that have parallel line segments. Now, if you remember, parallel lines are lines that are next to each other. They're the same size. That is not the same size. There we go. They're not really touching, though. They are only line segments. That means they're line parts. A lot of these letters look like they could be in possession of line segments, but they are not. For example, the letter A. If you notice, both sides of the letter A are the same size, and they do run pretty close to each other. But they are not a parallel line segment because the letter A is touching at the top. These lines are touching at the top. So that is not a line segment. Okay? The letter E. The letter E does have parallel line segments. If you look at the top of the letter E, the middle of the letter E, and the bottom of the letter E, all 3 of these lines are running the same length of each other, but they are not touching. So we're going to circle this letter. Our next letter is L. Now, I can tell you already, I don't need to do much investigation on this letter L because the bottom line is not the same length as the top or the side right here, and they are touching, so they cannot be parallel line segments. Let's look at the letter M. The letter M has 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, but are any of them parallel line segments? Yes, 2 of them are. This side of the M and this side of the M. The left and the right side. Those are line segments. They are the same size, same length, and they are not touching. Boom. Now, let's look at V. V is very similar to the letter A. Both of these sides are the same length, but they are not parallel line segments because they are touching. So we would not circle that. And then our last letter, the letter Z. Does it have parallel line segments? Yes, it does. The top of the Z and the bottom of the Z. They are the same length, the same size, but they are not touching. So that means they are parallel line segments. Feel free to circle that. All right. Take a second, finish that up. I'm going to take a drink real quick because my throat is really dry. I'm sorry if I sound a little congested too. I said this in another video, but I was out mowing my front yard yesterday, and I'm still dealing with the allergies from that. It also makes my head feel a little heavy and a little cloudy, so that's why I'm kind of having some issues with this worksheet this morning. I apologize, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to number 4, though. Okay. Number 4 says, write a mixed number to show how much is shaded. Okay. Now, if you remember, a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. Okay. And we can look at these 3 squares and see that they are whole squares. They are whole numbers because each spot is shaded in. There's only one spot in each square, and they're all shaded. So our whole number is going to be 3. And then we're going to look at our square over here that has only one spot shaded in. This is going to be a fraction. Now, our numerator is going to be the spot that is shaded in like this, and our denominator is going to be all of the spaces. So our numerator is going to be 1, and our denominator is going to be 3. Okay, because there's one spot shaded in, but there's 1, 2, 3 spots. That is our mixed number. Take a second, go ahead and finish that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and move this up just a little bit more so you guys can see. All right, more so I can see as well, because my recording on my computer has this area blocked off so I can't see. It says, for number 5, write the products. Well, products are the answers of a multiplication problem. And you'll notice that each multiplication problem here is dealing with 2's. Now we've started working with 2's for a multiplication. This should be a little easy for you guys. Remember, each time we're doing a multiplication problem that's dealing with 2's, all we're doing is counting by 2's. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into this and start doing that. All right, 2 times 4. Well, we could count by 2 4 times. We're going to do that. I'm going to hold up 4 fingers, and each finger is going to be a 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and that is one way to figure out a multiplication problem with dealing with 2's. Another way is by grouping. So let's go and do that for this one. 2 times 8. I'm going to make 2 groups of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 1 group of 8, 2 groups of 8. Let's count them all together and see how much that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. 2 times 8 is 16. All right, next one. 2 times 3. 2 times 3. We could do this a couple different ways. I want you guys to pick a way and go ahead and solve that for me. Okay. Take a couple more seconds. Okay. 2 times 3 is 6. Because I have 2 3's, or I counted by 2 3 times. Okay. 2 times 7. This one's a little bit longer. Go ahead and take a few more seconds. I want you to solve that one on your own. Okay. Okay, what is 2 times 7? It is 14. Okay, next up is 2 times 5. That is super easy. That's just asking us to have 2 groups of 5, and we know that 5 plus 5 is 10. Fantastic work, my friends. Okay, next one, 2 times 9. I'll go ahead and do this one with you guys. I'm going to make 2 groups of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 1 group of 9, 2 groups of 9. And that would be, go ahead and count the tally marks. 18. Correct, my friends. Now, this one is super easy because we don't have to count, we don't have to make groups. Every time we see a number times 1, it is always going to be that number. It's just saying you have 1 of that number. So 2 times 1 would be 2. Okay. Next one, 2 times 6. Well, we could count by 6. We could count by 2's 6 times, which is what we're going to do for this method. So I'm going to hold up 5 fingers here. Here's my 1. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 2 times 6 is 12. All right. 2 times 2 is the same as 2 plus 2. What is 2 plus 2, everybody? It is 4. Remember that. 2 times 2 is the same as 2 plus 2. Okay? Next up. Really easy. 2 times 0. Anytime you run into a number that's times 0, the answer is always going to be 0. You can't have 2 groups of 0 because that just means you're having 2 zeros. That's nothing. So you're just going to write 0. And then our last one, ladies and gents, 2 times 10. Okay, it says you have 2 tens. So what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to write 10 and 10. Okay, we're just going to add them together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 times 10 would be 20. Okay, and don't make fun of that 0. That is a 0, okay? I know it's a little smudged. It's okay. But that is that, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns with this worksheet, please let me know. Hopefully I won't be as congested and I'll be able to provide a little bit more insight than I have here. But this is a pretty easy worksheet. I think you guys can do this on your own. But as always, ClassDojo and Flipgrid are definitely ways you can get a hold of me. And remember, A side is for here, okay? A side is for here. B side is on your own, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your work, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Alright everyone, as we're moving into our second lesson for the day, it is a class fact practice worksheet for lesson 118. This is our intro to lesson 118, and this is not anything you haven't seen already. It is a multiplication worksheet, and this is very much an easy worksheet if you guys just remember your grouping techniques that we've been talking about. For example, 2 times 2. Well, it's just telling you there are 2 groups of 2. So I could do 1 and then 2. There are 2 groups of 1, 2. So all we have to do is count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. It is the same as 2 plus 2. All right, next one, 2 times 5. Well, again, it's just telling us there are 2 groups of 5. So we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our first group. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is our second group. I know that if you are doing this in Google Classroom, you are not able to make the groups right next to your number, and I apologize for that, but you should be able to do so on a scratch piece of paper. Everybody else at home, if you know how to do this without making the groups, that's fine. I'm just showing you some techniques. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and look back at 2 times 5. We've made our 2 groups of 5. So let's go ahead and count them to see what 2 times 5 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. All right, well, I'm going to help you with these 2 more. Well, I guess I could help you with this whole top row real quick. 2 times 8. That is telling us there are 2 groups of what, everybody? 2 groups of 8. So we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got my 1 group, 2 groups of 8. And let's go ahead and count those to get the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 2 times 8 is 16. All right, next one is 2 times 1. So that's telling us we are making 2 groups of 1. Okay, so we've got 1 and 1. So we've got 1, 1 and 2, 1. Or we could just count them and that would give us our answer. 1, 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Another easy way to remember this one is anytime you've got a number that is times itself, that is multiplied by 1, okay, it's just that number. All right, you don't have to worry about going through all of that grouping stuff. And then the last one I'm going to help you with is 2 times 6. Okay, that means I'm making 2 groups of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and count them to get our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 2 times 6 is 12. Couple of quick reminders before I let you guys do the rest on your own. Remember that anything times itself is just that number. So 2 times 1, it's just itself. Okay. If you're doing anything with a 0, okay, it's just 0. You cannot do 2 groups of 0 because it's nothing. Okay, so it's always going to be 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Yeah, I think that is about it, guys. Good work so far. I really like what I've been seeing in the paper packets and what's been getting turned in on Google Classroom. Keep the good work. But for now, I'm going to get going. Keep it up, guys. I'll see you later.